Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the remains of what was called the power of steam. That's the circuit board and the speaker and what have you from this Pennsylvania tender here. I ripped it out. I tested it repeatedly, and that's the best I can get out of it with a very slight, very low static, no matter what I did with it. So not familiar with the circuit boards, and I really didn't want to invest any money into this. I personally didn't care for the sound anyway. It really sounded like an AM radio going in and out of tuning in a bad area. I didn't care for it. It was a crude attempt at making a sound of steam. I mean, it was okay if you had nothing else, I guess, but I actually think I found something better than this, and it's not even electronic. Okay. So what I did, okay, this is my, this is the bed from that tender there, alright, from the Silver Star set. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this, but before I butcher this anymore, I'm going to use an older Lionel plastic car as my, let's see, my donor for this project, and you'll see what I talk about. Alright guys, so the pictures you've seen are what I'm talking about, alright? It was a tender that had a hole cut in the middle, and it had a big wheel going down through the center, okay? And the wheel was full of ball bearings, okay? And some guys think they were full of beans or other things, but they were full of it was full of ball bearings. And it had different chambers in there. The ball bearings would bounce around in as the big wheel turned. It rode on the center track. Okay, it had a rubber coating on it so it wouldn't make contact. Well, that's what I'm trying to duplicate. And before I butcher this Pennsylvania tender, okay, totally, by cutting up this metal frame and fabricating brackets for a wheel, etc., I decided to use a old Lionel plastic car I had. Okay, this is a Lionel plastic freight car. Okay. It's an older model, the older coupling, plastic, so I really don't care about it, and so I decided to make this my donor. So, bear with me with the camera angle, guy, I'm trying to do it myself. Alright, so this is what I did. Anybody that's a fisherman out there knows what this is, okay? This is a little case that you buy in any sporting goods store, and it comes with the little weights that go on the fishing line, right? And they have it partitioned off. Okay, well, this is the perfect shape and the perfect design that I need. Okay, however, I'm going to try to get a bigger one, slightly bigger, and metal, because metal will be louder. But this, I seen this and I knew it was perfect. Alright, now you gotta have an imagination, okay, when you listen to this. Alright, you can't be so critical, okay, because, we live in a digital world now, and, you know what we have. But back then they had nothing, okay, and they were trying to come up with a sound. So these ball bearings going around, okay, they made a sound that was similar to the sound you would hear if you were taking a ride on a train back then. Okay, so this is what I did. Cut the hole in the bottom, put the wheel through. It hits the center wheel. It took a lot of attempts to get this right. I actually had to put it on an angle, because straight up and down, it wouldn't go around the turns. It would jam up. On an angle, it rides around the turn, almost like a roller coaster. Okay, and give you a little demo here. Sound. You gotta have an imagination, guys, okay? Like I said, don't be critical here, alright? When those ball bearings drop, and it continues to drop constantly, it definitely makes the sound of a locomotive, alright? It's not great, but it's what they had back then. And I love it for its mechanical simpleness. This is so simple. I tell you, I hope the guy that came up with this got some credit. Because this is the simplicity of this is what I think is beautiful. Beautiful. This thing lasts forever, never break. This was my very crude first attempt. Cut the hole in the bottom of a plastic car. I used the fishing weight case, and I put BBs in there. I put some copper BBs in there, right? About 5 of them in each compartment there. Okay, added to the weight that was in there already. And so that's what we got. That's my homemade interpretation of the steam engine wheel. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of it on the train now, but keep in mind the locomotive was the Rio Grande that this wheel normally came on. It came on some others too, but the engine that they used was a battery-powered engine, DC. And as such, it was quiet. So you heard this very well. Hooked up to an AC locomotive like mine, you only hear it at slow speeds. At faster speeds, you don't hear it much at all, really. You got to really listen. And when it goes super fast, the ball bearings, the centrifugal force make the ball bearing stick, and not drop. Okay, so it certainly has its shortcomings, but again, keep in mind the time frame, the availability, and the need to come up with something. And this was their ingenious idea. I'm going to hook it up to the train now and give you a very quick little demo. Okay guys, like I said, you're not going to hear it very well once it goes fast. I'm going to make it go past me here slow, and you'll see it spinning, and you'll see the ball bearings dropping, and you'll hear it. Just doing this video to prove that it does in fact work. Okay? I know you're not going to hear it well. I hear it. The speaker of the camera does not pick it up. And that's it. So this is my first very crude attempt to copy that mechanical wheel. I just love it. Again, it's mechanical. The simplicity of it, the ingeniousness of it, I think is just fantastic. So I'd rather have this than something electric any day. I'm going to get a metal case, a little bigger, and see if I can improve it somehow. Any suggestions? I'm open to it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Book 'em, Dano.